What you gonna do?
What it do?
It's in the booth. Happy Tuesday.
Yes, sir.
It's your boy Messenja, a.k.a. Cousin.
I'm Canton Jones, a.k.a. CJ. Gajo.
Ramona Estelle, a.k.a. Ramona Jones.
Everything came together in the
The Love
booth.
Jones is in the building.
You a podcast with the interview. Can't be stopped what we finna do. Got a resume over there in the limousine. That's something for the kings, something for the queens. And we got a winning team by the Philippines. Then we got a bada boom, bada bing.
Cause you know what it is when we in the booth. Speaking to the old, speaking to the youth. And no matter what, we gon' tell the truth. See it time, how she gon' see the fruit. Put the kid tank, gotta pull it from the roots. Get the best, get the
Anybody
bag,
that did this to a game
find
on
another
your
way to
phone,
preach. We don't need a swoop. Turn the road, make the game, looking for recruits.
I used to play Candy Crush. I ain't got time to be on my phone like
I'm
that.
still on Candy Crush, man. I'm on level 4,000.
Bro, once they kept making them, I had beat it like 4 times. They kept making one. Hey, man, bro, y'all
Yeah,
go.
you can't beat it.
Nah, I got to the end. They had to make more. Back in the day, they had to make more levels.
He had too much time.
What about Angry Birds?
Never did Angry Birds.
How angry?
I was stuck on
Still
Angry
be on
Birds.
Angry
Never
Birds.
did Angry Birds.
I be number one in the world, Craig.
You number one
Sometimes I do be.
in the world?
Yeah. I be number one. I beat everybody. So funny because I win a tournament on Angry
She
Birds. It's
dumb.
funny.
That's why. She's just
What's
dumb.
wrong with her, man?
So stupid.
Dumb.
You know what I mean? Her head look like that one that blow up.
He's so stupid. He's so
Man, they never played Angry Birds.
just
Go ahead.
shut up, man.
I didn't say nothing.
Jasmine got them inside joke. That's why she be getting roasted.
Yeah.
Stop.
Go ahead
She's
and
so
like,
irritating.
Yeah, hit that like button while y'all
Yeah. Thank you guys for
watching right
joining
now.
us
Go hit that like
this
button.
send us your stars as well.
Tuesday. Yeah.
Yeah. July 17th is going up at the City Winery,
That right?
which is a Sunday at noon to 3. We'll have an all-you-can-eat buffet and jazz and jokes that we're doing there. We call it the Gospel Brunch. My wife is going to perform. Darlene McCoy is going to perform. Tyler Little, who's from Sunday's Best, he's going to be there. Corin O, who's a comedian, he's going to bring other comedians. So we're going to do the comedy thing and mix it with jokes. Man, it's going to be good. Also, Zebulon Ellis, who's my guy, who's really amazing performer. He's going to do his thing. So, and the group Sincere, which
Yes.
is like a band. They're going to do their thing. So it's going to be a real dope event. A lot of people from the Stellars going to slide through because the Stellars would have been the day before. So tickets are on sale right now. Go to City Winery, type in Canton Jones. Get your tickets right now. This right here is for kind of like ballers only. You know what I'm saying? So it's an intimate relationship. I mean, an intimate setting. So, you know, baller. Bring your wife, your girlfriend. You know, if you single, you come. You know, come looking good. It's gonna be a dope setting. All right.
Yeah.
City Winery, July
Right.
17th, Sunday. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right. We got an interesting topic
Did you
today.
do CTA?
He
Yo.
did it for me.
Yeah.
He kind of
okay.
did it.
Interesting
If you
topic.
would like to subscribe, I'm sorry, subscribe. No, to sponsor or advertise the show. Make sure or donate. Make sure you hit us up at intheboothpod@gmail.com. Also, we are about to go on a little vacation, summertime, and we'll take a little week off. So the next 5 days will be reruns and just some highlights of In the Booth on the visual platforms and on the audio platforms. We'll be back next week. So we all gonna vacation as a family, amen.
Amen.
And we all gonna do it together.
Going to Lando.
Yeah, Lando.
Lando.
That's old.
Oh, this is an Oliver's thing.
Lando.
Yeah, we're going
This is
to
an Oliver's thing.
Lando.
This is an Oliver's thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to Lando too.
Yeah, going to
I love
Lando.
it like as long as I'm there. Yeah.
We
Yeah,
going to Lando Flow.
Lando, Florida.
Lando Flow.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are we talking about today? Oh my.
Talking about Lando Flow.
Okay.
So terrible.
Oh man. All right, so On TikTok, Sherry sent me this. A white.
Thank you, Sherry.
Yeah. A white Florida pastor that goes by the name @Carl_does_stuff on TikTok. He's a white pastor. Sounds off on the differences between black and white church, and I thought it was very interesting. Some of the points he was saying. So we want to let the In the Booth family hear, what this pastor of a mixed church in Florida had to say on the difference between.
Why you gotta be from Florida, bro? You always
Bruh,
you do that on
Sherry
purpose.
gave me this.
You do that on purpose.
No, Sherry gave me this.
In his defense, bro, like when I'm coming up with topics and getting
Bruh, it's
topics,
always
everything
Florida.
is like Florida and Texas.
Texas, bro.
Like
It's
I'm
not-
sorry,
Y'all such haters.
it's not.
It's not
us.
us. I'm telling you, bro.
It's
Sherry
not us.
sent me this. I didn't even
It's
see
not
it on my
us,
thing.
bro.
On Alabama.
Everything is
Bruh.
like Florida.
Why ain't
and
that going
Texas,
on in Memphis,
for real.
Sherry?
I don't.
You can't find nothing in Memphis? Come on.
All right, so this is him speaking out.
Here
part
I
of Florida?
go.
I don't know.
Lando.
Lando.
Lando flow.
All right.
All right.
You asked a serious question, what's the difference between white church and black church? I gave kind of a joke answer about music, but let me give you a little bit of a theological perspective on this. So, most white church sees itself as in the promised land, i.e., the new Israel. And much of the white church focuses on how do we flourish in the promised land? How do we get all of God's blessing? We stay prosperous, keep God's presence on us, keep His favor in our lives. That's why so much of Hillsong, Elevation, Bethel talk about the presence of God staying with us, God blessing us and keeping us and all of that good stuff. Let's contrast that with what we call the black church. This is my map. I'm not an artist. The white church is in Israel, but the black church is not focused on being in the promised land. The black church sees itself as trying to get out of the land of captivity. How do we get freed from the bondage of Egypt? The locus of the black church is on the Exodus. Get out of the place of captivity into the land of promise. That's why so much gospel music centers on deliverance, about God taking you over, about God coming and breaking chains and breaking shackles. There is a theological difference between white church, I'm in the promised land, keep me prosperous, and the black church, I need to get out of this bondage that I find myself in society. That's my quick answer. If you want to read a little bit more in depth on it.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
this, well, you should have been listening. The question is, do you agree or disagree with what he's saying?
He said that's my answer. I'm talking about what he said. What was the question what he asked?
No,
He's
it's not a
just pointing
question.
out
The
facts.
difference between the black church and the white church.
Because he offered no solution. So
No, he did.
He just pointing out
He brought
facts.
a diamond because he's a white pastor that has a mixed church, and when he starts bringing up things like this, certain people left the church. So this is a dynamic that is, I believe, this is accurate.
who left the church?
His white congregation, his white.
Because they didn't want to hear that.
They didn't want to deal with these type of dynamics that, you know.
Yeah, most people leave when they start
When they got to
feeling
change.
uncomfortable. Just when not even.
Actually, when he brought up Trump is when a lot of them. He said he brought up Trump and Trumpism.
What about
whatnot.
it?
Yeah.
That is
and
wrong. That's when they left.
What did you say about it?
He just. I don't know what he said in depth, but he said when he started preaching to me about Trump and Trumpism was the word he said.
I'm saying,
I
like-
guess people like.
Was he for it or against it?
Right.
He didn't say it, but I'm guessing kind of against it if he said Trumpism. So I guess that made certain people leave.
So the
And
question
other people
is,
said he called that the people that left called other people at the church and tell them to leave too. So they were trying to,
That's petty.
make a mass exodus.
well, so based off of what he said that white church see itself as being in heaven,
In promised land.
and we are we're in pursuit
of the promised land.
Of the promised land that
And we're
we
on
haven't
the Egypt side, and that's what he's saying. That,
and
but he's saying it plays in the music too. He said if you listen to Hillsong and you listen to black music is about breaking chains, being delivered.
Well, Break Every Chain, the original writer was white.
Yeah.
And the people that did it after that was Jesus Culture. They're white. Then Tasha Cobbs took it. So,
But
we're not talking about that song. But
I'm saying, but that idea concept has been in the black church forever.
Right.
And you know,
and it's rooted from slavery.
Yeah, even before I be a
Rooted from
slave, I'll be
slavery,
buried in my grave and go home to my Lord and free. So our perspective, you know, and our, you know, with God in our alignment was on another side than the white church, and that's what he's bringing up and trying to let white people know. And black people, theologically, there's a difference. And he said in another post that if the white church prays that everything remains the same, and the black church is praying for change because they're trying to get, you know, equality and get on the same level. He said, okay, there's a dynamic. Hello, like he's trying to wave a flag. Like, hello, church world, you have to see this.
Yeah.
And what do we, you know, he's just trying to wave a flag, basically.
So I mean,
but I think he's accurate.
Kudos to him on making it, being bold enough to say this.
Exactly.
One, you got to be
and
'cause
risk
you
losing
will
members.
risk losing members, money, support. I feel like our experience, our Christian experience, is from a point of slavery. I mean, like most of everything that was handed down to us from the Christian experience comes from a place of slavery. Heaven is an escape from life because the life is so bad. You're a slave. You're getting beat. We're working. We're poor, and heaven is such a more wonderful place.
Yeah.
As opposed to if you got everything you need, you're rich, you live how you want to live.
It's get me out.
You're trying to extend life instead of not ending life.
Yeah.
And so you hear in the music the talk of heaven more than the talk of having dominion on earth. That's why when we came out, start talking about kingdom and having a presence of heaven, let your kingdom come, let your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. The original intent of God is for us to have dominion on earth, not for us to die to go to heaven. Death wasn't even a part of the discussion till sin came. So now you got to really question, did God even talk about us going to heaven? You know, it's an escape.
Yeah.
You know, the rapture theory is only 100 years old, 100 something years old. It's an escape from you being defeated on earth. Well, when you have dominion on earth, then you would want to stay here longer. Definitely, if you winning, don't nobody want to. You know, you on the beach. You got $1 million, $2 million, $80 million in the bank. Ain't nobody talking about going to heaven then. Ain't nobody talking about trying to get out of here. Go down, Moses, way down, tell no. You ain't singing like that when you balling. You know what I'm saying? And so that is the most gospel kind of talks to the struggle. So sometimes you have to go by faith. That's why the Bible says the just shall live by faith. You got to go by faith and kind of get out of your reality to believe God for a different reality. So keep singing about what you see. That's why I tell rappers about mainstream music. Man, we just rapping about what we see. We're giving a report about what you see. But if you keep saying what you see, you're going to keep getting what you're going to get. Because the power, life, and death is in the tongue. So you got to say something different. A lot of them guys start with no money and be talking about cars and all this and end up it come to fruition. So I think as African American, the African American church, lyrically, we need to research certain things. And most of us try to do. We be singing out of the generations before us, their experience. We're singing songs. Man, you went to private school, bro. You went to private school. Your mama and them did good by you. You know, some of y'all did really good. And mentally, you're just stuck in a place of your forefathers. You're talking about that 40 acres and a mule when you're getting 40 hours a week on a job. You see what I'm saying? And so you're being blessed without recognizing your blessing. And so it's up to us as a culture to let Egypt go in our mind. You got to let Egypt go in your mind.
So do you feel like in this multicultural church, that could be done?
Yes.
Coming from a white pastor to the black congregants.
Yeah.
You feel like if he said, look, y'all got to let this go in your mind, you think they'll be ready and willing?
He's more, this message is focused more so to educating white people.
Right, but I'm saying just in his church. Well, I guess they probably don't even sing that type of stuff in their church. So
Yeah,
I
I'm
guess
sure
that's what
they
they're
don't
saying.
sing good.
Right. Right.
Because when it came up, you know, they started leaving the church. So it's something that either hadn't been addressed or kind of, you know, preached like that. And when he did, you know, they had an issue with that. And that's kind of what I have an issue with, you know.
People that don't want to change.
That if you, because you'd have to be blind to think that in this country, the white reality and the black reality is the same.
Right.
You have to absolutely be blind.
You're not blind. You just.
But I'm saying you don't want to see. You don't want it to change.
Yeah.
So
That's the whole thing.
you're going to go at it as if I don't see it. You're gonna say, oh, racism doesn't exist, or you're gonna
I'm not racist. I got two black friends.
Yeah. You don't count your black friends, stuff like that. But when you're black, this is the one thing I saw. God showed me this clear as day. Is we were out of town. We were in Myrtle Beach.
He looking at his wife over there.
Yeah, we went to Myrtle Beach.
He's not
and we went to the.
He's not talking to you.
He's not cross-eyed.
Can I do?
Yeah, and his finger goes like that for real.
No.
So it's different.
Anyway, we were in Myrtle Beach, and because this is what made me see it. We got up early to go to the little boardwalk place in Myrtle Beach. You got the roller coaster and all the it's their smaller Six Flags thing over there, and it's by tickets. It's not, or you can get a band and ride anything all day. So we got up early and said we're gonna be the first ones there. It was with my brother-in-law, sister-in-law, and we got there first. Got in the parking lot first. We sitting there waiting on them to open. So they all got out the car. I went up to the ticket booth. I said, let me see if I can go get the tickets early. You know, we here, and, you know, instead of waiting for the line to get long, I went up to the ticket counter, and the guy was already in there. Is in the booth. I said, and I'm looking at the sign, like, can I go and get my tickets now? It's like, in the most disrespectful way, as a white guy, he was like, we open at 9 o'clock, and went back to doing what he was doing. And so I was just like, you know, it's just a good thing that you're behind this glass right now.
Come out behind the glass.
De-escalate. Pastor de-escalate.
I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing. I said, all right, bet. And I just walked around. I had to walk back, humiliated, back to my car. Like, man, I got to take this L. I'm going to turn a cheek. So I get back to the car. By the time I get to the parking lot, there are other cars starting to come in. Okay. It's still early. It ain't opened up. So about 10 minutes later, white people started walking towards the ticket counter. So I was like, I ain't going over there because they don't open till 9. So I don't know what they gonna get sent back.
He gave them their tickets.
So when they didn't start coming back, I was like, well, what are they not coming back for? So I walked back up to the ticket counter, and he's giving them tickets. Wow. So watch this. I walk up to the ticket counter, and I'm like, now, in that moment, if I say, man, they racist out here, the white people are going to say, what are you talking about? Everybody's having a good time.
Yeah, we normally come early and get in.
But no, watch this. I'm trying to make a point. Is that they had a privilege. I beat you to the punch. I got my kids up earlier. I fed my kids, got my kids dressed, and beat you here, and you still got served before me, and you don't know it. And I say that to say a person that is privileged cannot see privilege. It's only the person that's underprivileged that can see the privilege. So when the person that says, I'm not privileged, you're making my point. You can't see the privilege. It's only the person that did not get the privilege that gets to see the privilege. So if black people saying that there's a thing as white privilege, and the white people say, oh, there's no privilege, you're proving the point.
And that was a lie.
No, you can't see the privilege. The privilege is you just get to go about your day.
Yeah, and when we tell you, you leave the church.
Yeah.
Because that's what he's trying to tell them. You're privileged.
Yeah.
You don't like
Your
so now you want to leave.
It's a privileged promised land reality,
Yeah.
and theirs is not, and they're trying to get it on your level,
Right.
and you don't like that.
You don't
And a
like
lot
it.
of times too, when major change happened, and we don't talk about this a lot in African American history, as far as when we go to Black History Month or whatever, how involved white people were in change, how many people marched with us that was white. That helped with these laws, that educated, that helped.
It has to be.
Even when George Floyd got killed,
Yeah.
There were
there were a lot of white people that were
Support.
standing for us, and because they see the
injustice.
they see the injustice, they see the privilege, they see it, and then and I feel like in this country, a lot of white people have fought, and I think as a black person that if we start noting how much they help, they'll help more.
Yeah.
They'll help more. It's the discomfort of reminding me of what I did wrong. Sometimes you need to be reminded because it keeps happening. But a lot of our lives are blessed, and we still can't stand white people.
Yeah.
You know, and so if a white person, I got a lot of black friends, white friends. I got a lot of, I am a Southern Baptist pastor, which means white people saw me and says, we see you as a man of God, as a pastor, and I was like, have y'all Googled?
Yeah.
And so what they saw and the lane that they opened up for me was a lot different than what I had in the black church, because black people saw me as a musician. And so I had to go by faith in that area, but allow white people to speak into my life, to help me, to change me, to educate me in certain ways. I learned so much in that place. And so I think as black people, we have to do our part. And I'm not taking the side of saying that there's not racial tension and things still happen, yes. But I refuse to even speak into my kids' life that they are less fortunate because they're black.
Yeah.
No, we're kingdom people. Yeah. All right? We're and more than kingdom, we're royalty. So you got God's favor everywhere you go. If they treat all black people different, they're not gonna treat you different, because we're a kingdom, and that's what and that's what I'm teaching them, so that they don't go into this life expecting white people to do something to them, because you're gonna have what you say, and that's based off of how your demeanor can be offensive coming off if you think somebody's gonna do something to you. Sometimes. Let's just say they had a bad experience with some black people before you, and black people will cuss you out. All right, praise God. I'm working on it. Thank you. So that experience might be real in his life. All right. Another thing about it is we need to get in more places of power, because when you're in more places of power, then you can show the same favor for your people as they show for theirs.
You got to do that once you get there.
Right, but what I'm saying is, a lot of times, see, if a person enforces a rule, you were there at 8:30. What time were you there?
We was there about 40 minutes before they opened.
And I'm gonna show you a different way to look at this. You were there at 8:20.
Yeah.
And the place opens at 9.
Yeah.
All right. Legally. And based off of just straight justice, he had every right to say, nah, bro, we open at 9.
Well, cool.
Listen to me.
Yeah.
Right. Now, the only injustice that we feel, that he didn't show injustice to you, he just showed favor to somebody else.
Which is
it might be inequality to you.
Okay, but I'm saying is at the same time, that's a privilege to them, is what I'm saying.
That is.
So that's a built-in privilege.
But it's not unlawful to you.
No, it's not a thing of the law. It's privilege.
Right.
Privilege is not a law.
What I'm saying is, it's basically favor. It's the same thing. What I'm saying is, you could take offense. Like let's just say, if those people ended up being his family, would you have been more or just as offended that you didn't get in and that they did get in? What if you found out that was his mama, grandma, all of them?
I'm gonna be upset that he didn't tell them we open up at 9 o'clock the same way he told me.
Even if it's the family.
He told me we open at 9.
You would have told, if he would have told his family, if that was his mama, daddy, sister, brother, grandmother, how would you have felt if he would have just let his family in? If those people was his family, I'm just asking. Would you have felt the same way?
I'm going by his words. He said we opened up at 9 and went back to doing what. So whoever, I don't care if it was all black people. He said at 9 o'clock.
So you don't think that just being a human being, he was going to show favor to his family?
Would you, if you were in the same shoes, would you have done it?
Done what?
If you were in the booth and your family came up, would you let them in early?
I would gave them tickets because you can't get on the ticket till 9 o'clock. I was just coming to get tickets.
What I'm saying is, if the company policy is to not sell tickets till 9 o'clock,
then they ain't selling tickets 9 o'clock.
Even if it's your family.
Facts.
Yeah.
Like you.
Okay.
I'm like, Mom, I just turned somebody down. I can't.
You gotta
okay, I would. I'm different from you.
It's that he broke his own law.
I'm different from you.
He put a law in for me and then broke it for them.
I'm different from you.
But that wasn't his family.
All favor. I know. But all favor. But the point is,
it was a color issue.
Most people.
It was a color issue.
It might have been a color issue.
It might have been. No, it was a color issue.
But even if it was, he is showing favor to the color. Exactly. And what I'm saying is, we have to be empowered. See, I'm tired of begging for somebody to let me into anything. I want to own the booth.
Okay,
I want to own the booth. I want to be the dude that's letting people in. Okay. I want to be the one that say you can come in and don't come in.
Okay,
and so I'm tired of being the person that walks back sad, humiliated back to the car because we don't have no power.
What do you do when he says we open at 9? What do you do?
We open at 9. It is what it is.
That's my point.
But then, if it's something that I really, really want, I'm plotting on how to get it.
Yes.
Okay, but
and my wife know that. She know that about me. She know that. She know that I'm about to go over his head. I'm about to find management to they gonna let me in at 8:30 the next time. Right, that's just how I am.
Okay, but you're not getting in till 9 with
maybe that day.
Okay then.
But I will get. Season passes to make sure I get there 8:30 and every time, and that dude won't be
from
there.
Atlanta and make sure you.
But what I'm saying is, we are in a place of subjection, which means you're in a place that's subject to what they say and think. You're not in a place of power. So we're gonna always, as black people, feel like this, that white people is doing something that they privileges. No, I got the place. I own this mug. I am the one that give the privileges. That's what I'm saying. The mentality. The mentality of us all as black people have to change.
But what I'm saying is,
I'm not waiting on white people to change my life. Never. I never think like that. Okay. I never wait on nobody to change my life. I change my own life, and I reposition myself to be the person that white. If that place comes, if he says that to me, 8:30, and I'm humiliated, then I'm never going back.
Ruby Tuesday.
Okay.
That right, Mom?
I'm never going because I look at myself.
So you shut down a whole park because I'm saying you shut down. I don't want to go to this park, but you're saying I want to own it. You just said I'll leave this one alone. You
just come back and buy it when it shut down.
Because that's what they do.
But I'm saying, but you just gave in to that situation. No. I'm not coming back.
I'm not patronizing this place that don't give me favor.
But I'm saying,
I'm not suggesting that's what I do with my money.
You're talking like it ain't gonna exist. I'm like, okay, so who's gonna change the situation? It ain't gonna exist in
my life.
Okay, that's what I'm saying though. You ain't going back there.
Because if I go to a place where they don't show me favor,
the situation there.
I was in a line because when people like me start to react enough, it'll change.
Okay.
So I was in the line.
You said you're not going to come back. How you going to change?
I was in the line getting ready to buy me a beef patty, and the lady had one left. and we were in a line, and the dude walked in and just walked up. And you know, he didn't know that there was a line or whatever. He just walked up. They sold him my beef patty. All right? I wanted my beef patty. They sold him my beef patty.
His beef
And this is what I say out loud. I am never coming back here again. You sold him my beef patty, and I was in line. I had the right. I am never coming back here again.
Okay.
All right.
So let me
look. Now, for me, let me finish.
But go ahead.
For me, based off of who I patronize, where I put my money, I'm gonna always be in a place where I feel like a king.
Okay.
I am not gonna keep going to places that's gonna make me feel like a slave or make me feel like I am not privileged.
Right. Okay.
I am always privileged.
But what I'm saying is,
based off of where I put myself,
but I'm saying,
I am always privileged.
Okay. Watch this. How did you get to that point? Is because you experienced an unprivileged. You
not a lot.
But say you cut.
I got to that place because of Edna Jones. My mama didn't play.
Listen to what I'm saying though. You just shut off. You said I'm not going back to the
and there were black people.
Okay, I'm not going back to the bagel shop. I'm not. And then you start cutting off places you can't go, and now you only go to certain places. Okay. Well,
I'm not cutting out places I can't go. I just find the places that do me right.
So what I'm saying is that underprivileged reality is still going to be in that place, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
okay.
Not for me, though.
Okay, but you're saying that.
Are you saying it's his job to change it?
No, what I'm saying is that that exists, and is there anything that can be done for that not to exist?
Yeah,
I'm not
but
saying,
look, bro, come on.
I'm not going to do this. Okay, let me tell you what I'm not going to do. This is what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to keep on, because you just said what you ain't going to. What I'm not going to do is keep on, I'm not privileged here, I ain't going there. I'm not privileged here, I can't go to Popeye, I can't go to McDonald's, and then I only find one little place that I can go to. No.
Bro, white people don't come to our places.
Okay, but still though.
White people don't come to our places.
Okay, well I'm going to cut half of the businesses off because they're
I'm not cutting that. I'm just gonna find another McDonald's.
Okay.
I'm gonna find another place to go. I'm gonna still get what I want.
But you gotta drive 20 minutes to.
Let that Popeyes go. Let them go.
No.
You talking about Popeyes? I know the one by your house.
No, I'm saying.
Let them go. Leave them alone.
No.
Go to the one on 138.
No, okay. But my problem is I don't want to have to drive 15 more minutes to get what I want.
So you're gonna go to the one and they spit in your food.
They ain't got no wings.
You gonna keep going back? Yeah, they ain't got no wings.
I'm saying I'm saying the reality, and that's a problem. And what I'm saying is what he's bringing up is that this needs to change.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so when you're saying okay,
but just like him, he didn't offer a solution. Like, what do you want to happen?
Well, I don't know. That's a clip. I'm probably sure he said more in church.
Okay, in this situation, what would you change?
So look, cause they are saying that it needs to change for the black experience to be better. But the white people are saying it don't need to change because our experience is already good. So my thing is, okay, if I am the person that is getting a better experience, if I like it, then I'm staying. You know, I don't care what they do or what have you. Or if I don't like the experience and it's making me feel underprivileged, then I'm gone. Yeah, that's it. There's no discussion.
Not gonna change the park, basically.
Okay, so there's no solution for him.
No, the solution
so
for me as a person is my life is gonna be great, and I'm not waiting. I'm not waiting on somebody to change to make my experience better.
I ain't talking about waiting on people to change.
Yeah, that'll never happen.
That what needs to happen to make it for it to change or get in the process of changing for both sides to see it so that it's even.
We're doing that. But you know, the first thing that makes people look at certain things
when
is
they take
numbers.
their money. Take their money.
Money.
Okay.
When
we stop patronizing them people.
When the number, if African American people, if we really want change, we'll start putting our money in different places. Because we can really hurt all types of businesses.
Absolutely.
Because of how much money that we spend, but we won't do it.
Yeah.
Why? Because my personal experience is I like what I like.
Right.
Like you saying, I like what I like. So I'm not gonna stop messing with it because I get some type of underprivileged sometimes. But I'm like, as African American people, if we focus our money here or buy within our culture or what have you, then we won't have these conversations. The conversation need to be had because we won't come up, not because they won't come down.
We need a black theme park then.
There it is. Let's go.
That'll be fun.
What you talking about? Let's go.
We need black roller coasters.
Let's go. Somebody gonna change the oil? Yeah. Make sure that.
But
Yeah, I don't think I wanna
hold on,
go.
man. I mean, y'all.
But but you're talking kingdom. Like, that's right. Because once we start owning ourselves, then you are the guy behind the booth that is giving tickets away or not giving it. It's the person in power. That is the person that we're talking
I
about.
get that part.
We're not even talking about the people. Even though you said some people came up and you came up, it's not even about you and him. It's about the dude and what he decides. He's the judge in that situation. We got to be more we're not in power enough. And so we keep asking for people to change when they don't have to if it's their stuff. And I'm like, okay, don't worry about it. I'm going to get my own bet. Therefore, I got the power.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
And
The problem is not white people, black people. The problem is we got to start owning our own stuff. Then when you own your own stuff, you ain't got to ask nobody for no privilege. You got your own privilege.
Yeah.
I ain't waiting on nobody to give me no privilege. I takes mine, and therefore I live how I want to live.
Yeah, you're talking about a totally different dynamic, though.
That is the dynamic, bro. It's only one dynamic.
No,
ain't nobody gonna give up their space for us.
No, what you're
it's not
talking
gonna
about.
happen.
Okay, you're talking about.
Nobody gonna give you black privilege.
No, I'm saying no.
You still gonna be up. You still gonna come up short somewhere.
What
They
I'm
gonna give you a
saying,
little
but
bit.
you're not talking about the same thing. You're saying, okay, if you're not gonna give it to me, build my own. That's not what he's talking about. He's saying, is there a what? Listen.
But he already has what we're trying to build, Kyle.
But what he's saying is, okay,
They already got it.
okay, but that's why he's saying, let's get these black people on the same page. That's what that was saying. It's a different dynamic. You're saying, oh, we just cut you off and make our own.
Bro.
He's saying, no, let's get the black people out of Egypt and let everybody be in the promised land.
How?
That's my question.
So how is that we gotta change? If they're in the promised land and we gotta get there, we gotta change. The more focus is on us. That's what I'm saying.
It's on both sides, though.
They don't have to change to get
You're
me
saying
into
they
the
don't
promised
have
land.
to.
They don't have to.
You're saying they don't have to.
Bro, if they're in the promised land, if they're in this proverbial promised land, and we are not.
And they're the gatekeeper.
Right.
They can't say who can come in.
What I'm saying is, you got to
to.
change the gatekeeper. That's your mentality. You are
I'm
saying that they are the gatekeeper.
He's
I am
saying-
saying that I am the gatekeeper. That's the difference. By faith, I'm the gatekeeper.
Okay.
By faith, you're saying they the gatekeeper. And of course, you're gonna be locked out
It's
because they got the gate. I got the gate. You understand the mentality
I
has to change.
said, listen, you're not listening to me.
I am listening to you. I'm saying what you're
I said,
saying.
if somebody is sitting there
Here we go again.
at the gate, you don't have the key right there. You're saying, I'm gonna get my own gate. Okay, you ain't got that one, is what I'm saying.
What I'm saying is, I don't even want to see
and
me.
what I'm saying
I don't
is-
even want to go through that gate if it ain't mine.
Okay.
So you want to go through that gate? You gonna always be
Bruh,
underprivileged.
okay, but still, you're not going to go in every area of life and master that area. You're going to have to, like, you're not going to go in construction. You're not going to go in this area over here. You're not going to go in that area.
But
you're
lis-
going to master
but
one
lis-
thing.
but listen.
So, okay, so at some point,
There are some
you're
people
going
in
to
life.
have,
No,
at
listen
some
to me,
point-
Kaiser. You gotta listen to me.
Bro.
There are some white people that don't have to deal with black people for nothing. They don't have to deal with you for construction to build a house. They don't have to get gas from you. But we are in the place where we need them in this country to thrive. Now, if we were in Africa, it'd probably be all black.
Yeah.
But in this country, you got to go through that. And I'm saying, why are we not building?
Yeah.
We got billionaires.
Bruh, I understand that part, but I'm not thinking.
Well, at least with my mindset.
I'm talking about the soundbite that he said. He was saying or addressing, hey, white people, wake up. That's basically what he was saying. And he's saying, we need to get the black reality and the white reality on the same page so that you don't have to be like, let me go make my own gate. That's what I'm saying.
What I'm saying is they made their own.
On the backs of who?
On the backs of us.
Okay then.
So
what he's
if,
saying.
If we make the gate, then we can make our own gate.
He's saying, why do they have to make their own gate? Why not just let them? That's what I'm saying. We're talking about two different dynamics.
And you see what happened? They all
that
left.
might be right.
That's what I'm
So therefore, you got people that ain't gonna change.
You
got people that's not gonna change. So what happened? My experience, my life is diminished because somebody won't change?
Yeah,
you talking about
you're talking about light. I'm talking about a conversation. You're talking about something. You're taking a conversation.
I think he's saying
else.
that we may not be on the same
page. We already know that. Black people already know that, and that's what that's a civil rights movement. That's that we have to build our own support black people. I'm saying that's already there. I'm saying this white man doing something different. He's trying to raise the flag to white people to say, "Hey, wake up to this struggle over." See what they have. They what he's saying is they shouldn't have to go build their own stuff when they already helped build our stuff.
That's true.
That's what he's saying.
So, cousin, if I help build your house, how much access do I have to it? Can I come sleep in your bed?
If I paid you to build it, then that's your job.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
right. But I can't come in your house when I want to.
No, because he pays you for a job.
All right. But what if you didn't pay me? Then is it my house? If we build it, you say, "Hey man, help me," and then I help you build your house.
That's what contracts come in.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, he's using your same analogy. You know
what I'm saying?
It's our house.
It's our house.
Yeah.
If I build it with you, but we said that we're building your house.
If we build a house,
no, we're building your house.
Okay.
I'm helping you as your brother build your house. Now
you're helping me.
But I'm helping you.
Okay.
So if I'm helping you
build who house?
Your house. What you keep saying?
Yeah, I'm saying
because I think he's telling you. You answering your own question.
No. If I'm helping you, but I'm helping you to understand something.
Yeah.
If I'm helping you to build your house, it's still your house.
Yeah.
So I still have the underprivileged. You got all access. I have an underprivileged because I help.
You did a voluntary help, though.
Right, but what I'm saying is, now slavery wasn't, and all the work that we had to do, that's fine, but it was still, the stuff is not ours. All right, we have to build ours. All right, now what I would do, if I help you build your house, then I'll make you come over there and help me build mine. Yeah, you'll come help me. That'd be ideal. I'm going to help you build your house. You're going to come over there and help me build my house.
Let me answer. I'm gonna take the position of this white man. Come on in, bro.
I can live there?
Yeah.
I can sleep in I can take the master bedroom?
You can take one of these rooms.
You can take a massive poop in the bathroom.
Can I take the master bedroom?
You can take which one you want.
I can take what? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
That's his position.
Yeah, that wouldn't be me.
Okay.
You would come and just help me build mine.
Okay.
That's it. I help you build yours. And that's now I want mine. I don't want to share. I don't want to share with you. I want my own. Okay. And so I got my own family.
There's nothing illegal about being selfish. It's okay.
I'm selfish because I want my own.
No, I mean, I think if we doing it together,
I'm selfish because I built yours and I want you to help me build my own.
Oh no, you talking about building it back?
I want you to come help me build mine.
No, I thought you were reversing the situation. I mean, I'm just
put you out.
Yeah.
So you said that? Wait. You said it's selfish because we built the house, but now I want to live in there.
No, I'm saying that I want to live in there and you won't let me live in there, and we both built the house together. And you say I want the house. I'm like, well, that's selfish.
Oh no.
Yeah,
I want my own house. No. I want you to come help me build mine.
Okay.
And that's simply what I'm saying with them. Like, but until we take a boss mentality, they're not gonna help. We're taking a handout privilege.
That's something that's already in place. Like I ain't touching that area. I ain't touching.
What's in place?
Okay, I'm saying us trying to create our own gate. That's what I'm saying. That's our mentality.
Yeah.
He's trying to say, let's bring the black people into what's already the promised land. Let's help them get there. White people wake up.
I don't think it's in place enough.
Exactly. That's what he's trying to bring up.
No, I'm saying our mentality of ownership. I don't think that's in place enough because sometimes here's what most people who are not interested in your cause will just try to fund it sometimes when they feel like they're not, I don't want to say interested, but they don't want to get involved. But they do want to help, but they don't want to be involved. I don't want to be hands-on, I want to be involved. And sometimes there's not enough places. There are places to help, to invest when it comes to African American. And I'm talking from experience because I've seen this firsthand. I don't want to really be in detail, that people are afraid to be hands-on, so they rather throw money at it and so they can get the guilt trip off of them. And I'm saying that we can be, get more things in place. I'm working on that, get more things in place for people to invest in. So anyway, this is a great discussion. We're running out of time.
Yeah. But at the same time,
it's showing that gun, bro.
Yeah. like I agree with you saying, but building on, I don't have to. I get that part, but the content in the conversation, what he was saying, he was talking to the white side to wake up to what they're having to do, and he was saying they shouldn't have to do that.
I can't even speak to that. I can't even speak to the white
you
side.
Can't.
He can, but we can't.
But that's
we need to do our part.
Okay, that's what he's doing. It. That's what I'm saying. It's a white man doing that.
I'm saying we have to do our part as black people. Let him do that with them.
Okay, but I'm saying
because that's not gonna help us if we're not still in place to take position and do what we need to do.
We already doing that.
No, we not, bro. We're not doing it. We talking, but we're not doing it.
But listen, people.
And both of us.
But you just said, CJ. Listen, CJ.
Y'all keep doing that to keep us.
Bro, listen, y'all still.
Both of y'all right.
No, it's not. But see, exactly. But at the same time, bro.
That's the first thing they say. Y'all saying the same thing in different ways.
Because y'all agreeing to disagree, bro. But at the
thing.
same time, you got to think like we want people to change, but people gonna do what they want to do. We can't argue and then get mad at people when they don't do what we should be doing.
You saying what I'm saying?
So basically, y'all still saying the same thing.
No, we not.
Oh my God.
No, we not.
All right.
No, we not.
All right.
Y'all hit the right button. Same thing. Y'all hit the right button. Totally different thing.
No, y'all.
Yes, we all hit the right button.
Bye, everyone.
Yeah.
Hit the right button. Hit the share button. Hey, we're finna go on vacation. Vacation with us. Meet us in Orlando, Florida. Meet Orlando, Florida.
Can't even stop moving, dude. Got a resume over the got something for the kids, something for the queen. Got a win a team, but the thing. Then we hit him with about a boom, about a beam.